Just gonna wait for the stream to pop up, and then we'll be good. It's frustrating that the stream is being like that, but... And then we'll be good. There we go. Now the stream is working. Yeah, that's really frustrating. Quite a while of being... If no one hearing me. Yep, this is a no account, so all the settings are gone. Wouter invalidates there, that's unfortunate. A rundown for the people who haven't been watching recently, or who weren't watching the last stream because there was no microphone on it. Mac is in first place, FCST in P2, a little bit behind there. There's not much of a gap. It'll be nice to see them battling. Reaper hasn't set a lap time yet. He's on a lap time at the moment actually, so we ought to watch that. I'm gonna see how he does because I reckon he'll do well. Alright, yeah, I expect him to do well. I'm commentating for this one, by the way, in case you can't already tell. Gnome couldn't make it for the other one, so yeah, I'm gonna be filling in today. Rowan couldn't make it either. So yeah, I'm here again. I haven't commentated in a while, so yeah, it's a bit confusing still, especially on this new account because I got banned on my other account, so I'm stuck on this account now. Let's see what lap time Reaper can set. P1. That was a really close lap time to Knack actually. The top three is really close. Only about a tenth or so in it between the two, so it's going to be nice to see them battle in race. So I expect a few quicker lap times, but especially as the track rubbers out a little bit more, because we've got 4 minutes or so, or about 5 minutes actually, left. So yeah. Now the rundown is Reaper, Knack, FCST, Domestos, Cohen, Gargamelin, Wouter, Jasper, Sam, Lolo, Lange, James, Grant, David, who I think is on AI. Either that or he's just going pretty slow. Nope. Forza, P15 without setting a lap time yet, and Jacko still not setting a lap time. He is on a lap time at the moment, so we'll see if he can set a lap. Sorry for being late, by the way. Setting up the stream was a bit annoying, but yeah. Wouter goes up into P4, that's a good lap time for him. Lolo was really strong here last weekend before it got called off. Got called off because, I can't even remember now, I think it was a safety car glitch where the front runners got disqualified and Reaper was about 50 seconds ahead through the safety car, so they moved it to this weekend. Usually this weekend would be Brazil, I think. No, not Brazil. Would have been Belgium. It would have been Spa. But they moved it. Knack, I didn't see that, but Knack has set a quicker lap time. That's the track getting a bit quicker, track evolution there. That was actually a much better lap time than before. I'm aims to set quite a powerful lap here. Grant, ooh, someone took a bit of gravel there. David taking a bit of gravel, making his own lines. Jacko saying not the most competitive lap time, but that's alright. I reckon he'll be focusing on the race. Don't know what his expectations for the weekend are, but we'll see. I'm expecting Jasper to do quite a good lap time here. He usually has good pace over the weekend. He has his on and off days, but they're usually on days, so. Cohen and Gargamelin are both really competitive, like they're both really high. They seem to have a lot of respect for each other as well. Cohen goes fastest sector 2, so that'll be a good sign for him and for what's to come on the rest of this lap. If he doesn't touch the inside curb on this corner, he should be fine, keeping clear of it. Putting the power down nice and early. Traction control is on, so he can get the power down quickly, but he does lose a bit in the straights, as you can see there. But he's P4, which is a really good place to be. Really good position. Wouter in the pits. Jasper's on a quick lap now. Didn't see what his first sector was like, but I'm guessing that it would have been a good first sector. Hopefully a few more people can join us in a little bit. There were 9 people on the stream, so I'm guessing people haven't like checked again yet. I did ping on Discord, but might need another ping. Just I think most people go on Discord just to say GG's before each one anyway. So Jasper gets fastest sector 2s. From the looks of it, Nak had really good first and last sector, but not a great sector 2 because everyone seems to be getting the fastest second sector. So a little bit of an inside lock up there, but it's not too bad. Let's see what he can set. Only just in front of Gargamelin, so Jasper's not going to be too happy with that lap. I think he would have wanted to push for more, but he does also have another lap. But he is going to abandon that lap, so I think that's going to be P7 at the highest for him. We're going to start to see some people retiring soon, so. Someone else has joined us. Welcome to the stream. Oh, there's Wouter pushing very wide there, trying to get round for another lap time. Can't push too much here because you lose your next lap. I think he's just about going to make it. Also going to have the toe of Gargamelin through this last bit. Gargamelin can't go any faster. He did go faster, but not quicker. Like, not a quick enough lap time. He hasn't made any positions from that. Gargamelin commits suicide there. Yeah. That'll be the end of his qualifying. Wouter times that to perfection. That was a really good one. Nice corner there. Could have used a lot more exit though. Probably lost about a 10th or so there. Still going up on his delta, so that's good for him. Breaking down, turning in nice and early, using pretty much all the exit. Could have used a little bit more curb, but putting the power down on the curb isn't always too nice for you. Does have traction control on, but but still, it will give you a little bit of oversteer. There's a slow Alfa Romeo, not Alfa Romeo, AlphaTauri there, so. Welcome to the other person who's joined us. Guessing that's someone who's finished their lap. Losing his lap time there, that's really unfortunate. Really aggressively just whacking into the wall. By the looks of it, unless Cohen's not going to be able to do anything. Cohen and Nak having a bit of a outlap there. Nak is very thankful, very happy with his performance today. Going into the pits just to waste our time a little bit more. That's fair enough. I think that is the end of qualifying, so Nak leads the grid, FCST in P2, Reaper P3. FCST is being really good. His form recently is really good, so he's going to be pushing. Maybe not win it, because Reaper and Nak are both battling to head. I'm expecting Reaper to win it, but FCST has really put in a good couple performances recently. Don't feel like he's getting enough credit for what he's doing. I'll show you what the grid rundown is in a second. So, it starts from Nak, P1, FCST P2, Reaper P3, Cohen P4, Wouter P5, Domestos P6, Jasper P7, Gargamelin P8, Sam, Lange, Lolo, James, David, Forza Ferrari, Grant, Jacko, and that's the end of the rundown. I wish everyone luck in the race. Gonna watch out for turn 1. Yeah, turn 1's gonna be a risky one, but we'll see what happens. whilst we wait for the people to do their setups and get everything sorted, I'm going to be talking about strategies. I think there'll be people pitting around for the softs to take the softs off. To if they run long, it'll be lap 13 at longest, I'd reckon. I think a few people will be coming in from P8 lap 8 to lap 13. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can have a clean race. Hopefully a few things will happen. Hopefully we'll get some good racing out of this. I think it's either 39 laps or so, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember the exact amount of laps, but we're going to be starting in a few seconds. I haven't said 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights in a while, so it's going to be fun. We're doing the strategies are lap 7 to 9 to lap 18 to 22. That's what I predicted. 29 laps in this race. So formation lap. Nak is going to be driving really aggressively to warm his tyres up. I'm expecting someone at the back to be quite slow. Jasper's disconnected on the Wi-Fi, so already things are happening. Yeah, driver's going to be doing their best to warm the tyres up. Nak has spun under the formation lap. He's really trying to get the tyres up. He's going to be making positions back up, but he's going to try not to hit someone on the way back up. That's yeah, a bit too aggressive, trying to get a bit of heat into the tyres. That's going to get a lot of heat into the tyres, but it's not a great way to do it. Now FCST has the lead for this formation lap, which is actually crucial because he can get his tyres up to temps really easily. Gargamelin disqualified from the session, apparently. I think Jasper's hit someone and Gargamelin's hit someone. I'm hoping they're not disqualified for the race, because that would be not a good thing to happen. That would be really unfortunate. Yeah, I hope I think they're just getting reset to the grid, but they'll have really cold tyres off the start, so they're both going to be very bad places to be. I think it's going to be a difficult one for them off the line. Naka's probably got good, I mean, his spin got him good tyre warmth, but at the same time, what cost? Because he's allowed to take the positions back, but he isn't. Yeah, his tyres are going to be a bit worn from that, which is going to be crucial in this race. So we will see what happens off the start. Nak's sporting the 44 for today's race. A bit strange because he's usually different number, like 27 or something. No, that's Cohen. I can't remember what number he is. I don't think he's 44 usually. I mean, I haven't commentated in a while, so I don't really get to see the driver names. But we're going to be waiting for the rest of the grid to form up. This is going to hopefully be a clean race, probably a good start as well. You're watching what happens into turn 1. The inside lane is going to have very low grip compared to the outside lane. So we'll see what happens for the outs for the people in P2, 4. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're away in Bahrain. Really quick start there. Really good start for FCST. But he's not going to quite get past. He stayed ahead. Cohen's having a go at Reaper here. Up the inside. Going to see what happens behind here. Bit of contact there. Not sure what's happened. Yeah, that's difficult to pin what happened there. Reaper's dropped back. He's spun. I think. No, he's just gone off track there. He's now dropped down to P8, P9. That's really frustrating for him. I think he didn't have very warm tyres, and he's just lit it up on the exit of that corner. Jasper and Gargamelin not having very good starts. Reaper goes up the inside there. So that was a really frustrating start for Reaper there. My guesses are he didn't warm his tyres up enough before the start of the race. Let's see the position change. Yeah, Reaper's gone down 5 positions. Gargamelin's gone down a few positions, Jasper's gone down 8 positions, Cohen, Wouter and Sem with a really good start. I didn't see how far up the field he was. Now, as you usually see in Bahrain, there's a train forming at the front of the grid here. This happened in Thursday's race as well. There was a train of about 5 cars with like Nak and Reaper. Nak seems to have a really good pace here, so does FCST. Cohen has quite good pace as well, and Wouter's showing some good pace as well. He's going to be trying to hang on to the rest of the grid here, but using up a lot of overtake. FCST is going to maybe have a go. Not quite going to have a go here. FCST's hanging really close to Nak. Nak isn't going to have any DRS. Already lap 3. Don't know how it's lap 3 already. There's some drivers in the pits. Jacko and someone else is in the pits, and Jasper's in the pits. A lot of overtakes just happening there. Domestos goes deep. Gargamelin and Lange seems battling here. Gargamelin's got his tyres up to temperature. Squeezing him on the inside a little bit. Lange is smart enough to pull out of that move. He knew that things would happen there. See, Reaper's not opening DRS for some reason. He has it. It's open. I think my game might be a little bit glitched with lap 3 thing. I don't think it should be lap 3. I don't think it is lap 3. Actually, no, it is lap 3, but it said lap 3 last lap, so not sure what's happening with that. But now Nak is getting away. Nak is pulling away from the rest of the grid. That is not 2.82 seconds. This is very messed up. There we go, second away from FCST, so he's going to be trying to get away as far as possible. This train has seemed to stop. Yeah, the lap position counts as really weird, but that kind of stuff happens. The game's not perfect, so let's see what the penalties are. See what the race director's seeing. Instance, Lolo with collision with James, so there seemed to be a lot of collision with James in that. Track limits, Wouter track limits, I saw that. James track limits, so not too much has happened at the start of the race. A lot of things can happen there. So maybe someone outbrakes into turn 1, that's happened quite a lot. Someone sends it up the inside, there's a bit of collision. There's a spin for David. He said he wasn't going to race this weekend, but I think he's going to race. Grant and Forza racing here. James is going to be on his best strategy as possible with these mediums, but I'm not sure how far they will actually be able to run. I'm thinking he'll either be doing the one stop or the 2 stop, because he could go medium soft, or he could go medium to hards and split it halfway. A lot of opportunities that mediums open up. Now a DRS stream here is starting to form. Sam he has 0 ERS, not getting much out of that. Gonna see the Domestos going up the inside here. Really close there, really close battling. Sam goes for the switchback. Not quite going to get it there. He's kept as central as possible. Dom has had a bad run there. Another spin for David. Now DRS open on Domestos. Not going to be able to get it there. Reaper's going to be... Lolo's gone very deep and I think hit the back of Sam. I'm not sure if he's got any damage from that, but... yeah, it doesn't seem to have any damage, but much more pace on these medium tyres. So he's actually got a really good strategy here, because Sam's tyres seem to be wearing off. He has no ERS left. He's using it. He should really leave it. And a safety car is out. David seems to for a few laps, so yeah, it's not great, but and it always brings out a safety car. He's retired like on the front stretch. Jacko's done something there. This actually opens up a window for the soft drivers to maybe pit. Hopefully there won't be any safety car drama here. I think Nak will realise that he would get slapped up by Domestos and everyone if he mess with the safety car. Yeah, Naki's going into the pits. I can see why safety car's being brung out. FCST, Cohen, Wouter, Nemestos, Sem is all in the pits. Lolo is up into P1, so this safety car's really worked well for him. Gargamelin in P2 and James in P3, so qualifying on those mediums has seemed to work quite well. But then again, they will be on the slower compound. Depends what the other drivers pit onto. Nak hasn't lost the position. I'm not sure if anyone's lost the position. Let's see what tyres everyone's on. They've opted for the mediums, so that surely they're going to be doing the 2-stop then. Then back to softs maybe, like with about 7 laps or so left. They'll move back to the softs. I'm not sure. Changes everything. Gargamelin actually is on the softs and he chose not to pit. It just seems it could work well, but also maybe not. Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. Everyone will, I'm expecting most people to have caught up. I reckon they're going to leave at the back, I think. You know what, now seems like a good time to give off some facts about this track. The track cost $15 million to build, which is actually quite cheap for a track of this high standard. Yeah, it's a very nice track, so it was made by Herman Tilke, so it's a very smooth flowing type of track. F1 have raced on 3 variants, all 3 of the variants that they have of this track, minus the go-kart track. Can't really race F1 cars on there, although it would be interesting to see. They raced on the main track since 2004. It was the first race. Michael Schumacher won that race. Now all the way up until 2021, and I think 2023 or 24 at the latest is when the contract is gone, but they can always renew it, and I reckon they will renew it. Such a high standard track. They've also raced on the endurance variant in 2010. That wasn't too well liked by the public. It was a bit too confusing, it was a bit too tight. And or outer circuit variant that was raced in 2020. That was a really exciting race. Unfortunately, the race before it had the Roman Grosjean's crash. That was could have been very bad. It was a lot of fire, but Roman Grosjean is doing okay. He's now racing in IndyCar. He's got on a pole there. He seems to be doing well. So the Zaki Grand Prix in 2020 was an exciting one. There was who raced for Mercedes. It was George Russell raced for Mercedes in that race. He was very unfortunate. He had a lot of pace, like a lot of pace, but he got messed over by Mercedes, messing his tyres up. It wouldn't have been intentional, but it did happen. We're just gonna have to wait for Jacko to catch up. He has just about caught up, so I reckon the safety car's gonna be coming in this lap. People are gonna be trying their best to warm the tyres up, if possible. Hopefully no one spins it under warming the tyres up like many drivers have done. Not on this track in particular, but it does happen quite a few times. Haven't seen any penalties at all this race, which is actually really good. Usually a lot of them, but everyone's doing fine. Safety car in this lap, so Lola's going to be holding everyone up, trying to get a bit of temps into his tyres, but also, yeah, gonna go when he wants to go. I'll go from the race leader. I expect some stuff to happen from around about P8 and behind. James gone really nearly hit the back of Gargamelin. Lollopuppa goes whilst that whole thing was happening. Everyone was a bit distracted by them two nearly crashing. So Gargamelin's now defending from James. James won't have enough over speed. Now Nack's trying to get past Gran. I don't think he'll be quite able to get it. I don't think there have been any overtakes there. All stayed very clean. Still no penalties, which is really good from the drivers. Really good to see. Jasper seems to have gotten back now, so that's also really nice to see. Lolo has already made the gap of has made the 1 second gap, so DRS will be out of the question for James for now. I'm not sure if he has the pace. Nack and Grant are both battling there. Nack gets past. I think Grant made a move at the end. Nearly contacts there. FCS team nearly hit the back of Grant. He'll be trying to get past him as quick as he can to keep up with Nack, but I don't think Grant will be allowing him to get past too easily. Nack is trying to go around the outside of Gargamelin. Not going to quite be able to get it, but he will be right behind, just stalking him through the rest of this. Gargamelin's not on the quickest of tyres. Lollopuppa's retired. He's hit the inside wall on that corner, I think. Actually, he's hit the outside wall. That's so frustrating for him. Virtual safety car. Jacko's retired as well. Don't know what's happened there, but wow, I think that was a spin. Then he's drifted out to the left, maybe. Or maybe he caught a spin, and then he swung it back, and then maybe hit the wall. I'm not sure. I have to ask him what happened. That's really unfortunate for Ferrari. Not going to be able to score any points because I'm not racing today. Grant takes the time now to pit. Gargamelin's got penalty, drive-through penalty, speeding under VSC, so the VSC's gone back out of nowhere it's gone back, so Gargamelin's got penalty. Now James is in really good contention right now, maybe not winning it because he hasn't pit yet, and Nack has. Gargamelin spins out on the power there. That's really harsh one, because I think the tyres have done him. His tyres seem to be pretty wary. This track is for spinning under worn tyres, so he's gonna be out of contention for a high place position at the moment. James locked up into the corner, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he seems to have locked up there. Gargamelin's not in the greatest of places at the moment on the older tyres now. Pit, and he's got a drive-through penalty as well, so yeah, Nack has a lot of pace over James, so James is just going to be trying to defend. Lolo's left the session. I just realised I have that MFD thing up on the right, but oh well. James now trying to get the best exit he can. A little bit of a lock up there, not much, just a little bit of smoke coming from the rear tyres. Nack's going to be trying to make the move on James. James is using an overtake, so is Nack. James swerving around, trying to not give him the slipstream. Nack goes up the inside now. James switches back to the left, goes up around the outside now, maybe not quite going to be able to get it. This is like Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg battling 2016. Now he gets DRS, going to try and go around the outside here. Will he be able to get it? Side by side, look up there. Nack uses all the track he can and pushes James out to the side. Now James is still going to be trying to stick by, but Nack's done really good defense there. Yeah, James is just going to get the dirty air and also the worn tyres. Lots of lockups here. He's not having very fun time on these tyres, and it's not really going to help his wear. So now Nack is out in the lead. Maybe James can do something. He has a lot of overtake, but I'm expecting Nack hasn't used any overtake actually. James is going to be catching up a lot. He's right behind him, getting a lot under braking, not going to be able to put the power down as quickly as he would have wanted to. Now swing left, hopefully trying to stay as far right to not get a half spin there. Another massive lockup. Yeah, it's difficult in Bahrain to keep it straight on the braking, but nevertheless, he's still keeping close to Knack, using a lot of overtake on this. Now he's going to be getting DRS open. Still quite a lot of overtake. Knack is using overtake as well, but he's got the benefit of DRS and slipstream. Knack is going to fully block the inside, going to dart around the outside, breaking in now. A little bit late, massive lock up there. Knack goes a bit deep as well, so this battling's going to slow them both down, put them right in front of FCST. Now got overtake, no DRS, which is unfortunate. Neither of them got DRS there for some reason. I think they were both in the same place, so they can't really get it. James is maybe going to be Knack is probably going to pull away from James now, noticing that they're now very similar on overtake level, on ERS level, sorry. I also think James around about lap 18 or so is my guess, and then move on to softs for the rest of the race maybe. But also Knack will have to pit this similar time, maybe a little bit later. Oh, really late on the brakes there, trying to catch as much time up to Knack, but he's actually lost time through that. Trying to get as much time, being really risky, going right up to the curb on these tyres. Yeah, he's really pushing to try and get a bit of time, but I'm not expecting him to get any. I reckon he's now just going to be trying to keep the DRS of Knack, so FCST's a bit less of a threat. Another big lock-up, he needs to a bit more in the corners, braking a tiny bit earlier and getting a better exit. DRS is open, FCST is now close behind him. He's going to bite his time because he knows that James has DRS. James isn't quite going to be able to get him. He is really close under braking. He's got seems to be a really good exit as well. And that gets a really good run out of there. Low on overtake, low on the ERS now. Not going to quite be able to get around here, but maybe he'll, I don't know, swing up the inside through one of these corners. I would be surprised if he does. It would be a very risky moment, but it could work. Purple first sector, which shows you the pace that he had on Knack. Knack doesn't get purple first sector, so definitely has a lot more pace than Knack. He's losing a lot of time here. If there weren't so many DRS zones on this track, he would be very far behind. He is now out of 1 second, and he's lower on overtake. Knack seems to not be using overtake actually to try and pull away. If I was him, if I was Knack, I'd use a tiny bit to try and get away from his DRS. As soon as he's away from the DRS, FCST becomes a threat. Cohen won't be able to overtake James. Won't be able to overtake FCST because of the DRS. James is going to be pushing as hard as he can to keep it. I'm not sure he will be able to get it using all the overtake. If he does not get that, then he is done for. ST, I think he might have got it. Yeah, he has got DRS, but at what cost? Because how low he is on overtake now. Next lap he's going to be completely ruined. FCST could be using a bit of overtake there. I think he's going to bite his time, allow James to be slow out of this corner. FCST's now keeping it really tight to the inside curb, getting a really good exit. Now still not putting any overtake on. I would expect him to be pushing, try and get right up to the back of James, keeping him away from Knack really. James not using as much. He could have didn't have to lock up there. He could have lifted off there and he would have been fine, but he still chooses to lift off. But that's fair enough. No penalties still. Moment. That's incredibly good from all the drivers. Seeing some maturity from them. Jacko's left. DRS is open on Knack. He's not going to be able to really do much. Very far back now. He's usually quite close to him, but I'm not expecting him to be able to keep it this lap. I think he's trying to build a bit more overtake back up. I don't think he'll be using as much here. I think he'll just allow Knack. Although, I think Knack just went to AI for a second, so maybe he'll be fine. Like, maybe he'll be able to attack. Right up to the back of him now. Yeah, James hasn't gotten DRS here, so now is FCST's time. He knows that James hasn't got DRS. He's going to be swinging right up the inside, maybe before the corners even started. Now, I thought he squeezed James out there a lot. Spin there for Sem. Oh, no, there's a spin there for Grant. Gargamelin not having a great time at the moment. Now, James is going back at FCST up the inside now, going into the corner, pinning it slow on the inside curve, side by side still. Now, up the inside now for James. Oh, there's a spin for James. He's hit the outside wheel, the rear right wheel of FCST. Not much FCST could have done there. Not much James could have done to get away. I can tell by the way that he's driving right now. He's very frustrated with how that's panned out. I think neither of them really. I don't expect FCST to budge there with his driving style there. I don't expect him to budge as much. Now Cohen's in a really good place for P2. Maybe, unless he gets spun out like James did. It's really unfortunate for James, but now he does get the opportunity. Yeah, very aggressive. He's not happy. He does get the opportunity for a different one. Wouter has spun. He's done the same thing as Lolo around the outside. Okay, just be legalized. There is a safety car deployed, so Jasper just about gets it in time. I think he's been allowed that. I'm pretty sure that Wouter's done the same thing as Lolo there, with spinning out in the first corner, probably trying to catch the spin and then just dying pretty much. Now's a really good time for James actually, because he can pit at the same time as the others, nearly holding Reaper up there. Reaper's not had a great race since lap 1, but that happens. I'm gonna look back on my phone to see what happened to what happened, and I will tell you exactly what happened once I can. I'm wearing a safety car right now, so it should be fine. Quality. I can't. I don't know how. What happened here? Just gonna watch on the mini map to see. Yeah, it was a tank slapper. From what I can see on the mini map, it was a tank slapper. He caught the spin on the right, but on that he swung it back left to try and catch it. He probably kept the power down to not lose as much time as possible, but I'm thinking that he spun on the swing back to the left. So Forza is in a really good position. Not sure if he pitted. He's on the hard tyres, so he might be running till the end of the race. Vestos and Reaper is going to be able to get capital. Not sure how old his tyres are. They aren't looking, but then again, they are looking pretty similar to the Messos. Oh wait, no, looking similar to Sem, but I'm not sure if Sem pitted either. Reaper's trying to burn some fuel here. Yeah, trying to get some fuel out by revving the gears. Sometimes can work. Either that or it's a glitch, because I've seen that happens in that quite a lot, where he's where that happens. But I think that's him trying to burn fuel in qualifying actually, so I'm not sure. Yeah, he is trying to burn a bit of fuel. I'm guessing that he overfueled a little bit, not expecting as many VSCs and safety cars as there is now. The divide between keeping your engine good temps and keeping your fuel at a good level is quite a difficult one, especially in the new game, I've heard. I'm gonna go for a second, I'll be back. I will be quick. Sorry guys. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I had to get a drink because my voice is dying again, so I thought no better time to do it under the SC, so. Actually, full safety car, not bad. Safety car's coming in this lap, so see what happens under the restart. I'm expecting a few moves by the top runners, the front runners, trying to get the moves early, and then they can battle for a little while. Everyone's swerving just to try and get the tyre temps up. Not a single person driving straight right now. It's actually a very nice sight when that happens. Alright, Nut controls the pace of the front runners, so he is allowed to go from now. He's going to hold up a little bit. Now he puts down the power, getting away from FCST, but FCST's got a relatively close one. Everyone keeping it straight in a straight line at the moment, no one overtaking just yet. Reaper going really deep, nearly hitting the back. Now Sem hits the back of Domestos. Reaper comes out of nowhere, gets 3 seconds. Now Sem hits the back of Reaper. Reaper had to go really slow there. Sem gets a 3 second time penalty as well. Now everyone's kept their positions relatively. Yeah, everyone's kept their positions. But 3 second time penalty for Reaper and 3 second time penalty for Sem and damage. So that's not going to be great for him. Up the inside goes Jasper. He's making moves. A little bit of contact, a bit more contact actually. Not been the cleanest. Hopefully it can be clean here. Around the outside, that's a really nice shot to see. Didn't really see the racing, but that did look really nice to watch. Now Jasper, actually Lang is going to go for a move on Jasper here at the inside. Nearly contact, but Jasper leaves a lot of room. Both very clean, respectable drivers. Now Jasper keeping it at the inside. Lang goes around the outside. Now up the inside is Jasper. Side by side. This is really nice racing. Lang has a quicker straight line setup, but worse in the corners. Putting on the overtake. Now Lang pulls ahead in the straight. That was some really nice racing there. We always love to see it. Knack with the fastest lap. Side by side now, Sem and Lang. Lang bouncing over the curbs. That's not quite what he would have wanted, but he is gonna get a average exit. Not too bad. Now up the inside is Jasper. He's going to be trying to make another move on Lang. Now Reaper is trying to overtake past Domestos. He has made the move stick. Jasper's gotten in front of Lang. What tyres is everyone on? One soft runner, which is James. GrAnT on the hards. Gargamelin mediums. Domestos and Forza on the hards. Nearly contacts there for Lange into the back of Jasper. Yeah, I think Jasper's going for the slower into that corner. Don't lock up and then just get a powerful exit. That person behind you is going to have to slow down a bit on the brakes, so you can just pull away on the exit as well. And you keep a similar amount of time with it, so you would think it would be 10 times slower, but you actually catch up quite a bit. Meanwhile, Reaper's going to be trying to get past Forza. He did hit the inside curve, so he's going to get a pretty bad exit, if I'm honest. Using a lot of overtakes, so is Forza. Not going to make the move there, he's wise enough to not do that. DRS now. Forza doesn't have the DRS, so he's going to now open overtake. Open the DRS as well. Gonna be maybe going up the inside here. A little bit late on the brakes. A little bit of contact. Reaper spun behind Forza. A little bit of contact with the rear wheels. That's what happened to James and who was it? James and FCST, except in a different corner. Jasper gets a penalty. So Reaper and James have both been done for. Reaper's retired from the session. He doesn't think he'll be able to make up any places. Anything can happen, really. I would say you should keep going because there's always safety cars to come out People couldn't always retire. Jasper nearly hits the tyre barrier there. That would have been a really crash for him if that happened. Reaper's AI in a really dangerous place to retire. It's frustrating when the AI retire in places like that because it pulls out SCs, safety cars and everything. I think the stewards are going to look into that. Lang and Gargamelin both nearly crashing into each other there, if I'm honest. That could have been really bad. Gargamelin locking up under brakes. Gonna take a look at the front runners. Cohen's gonna be trying to get past FCST. FCST is really low on overtake. Maybe Cohen will be able to make a move. That back straight is really showing its power. FCST and Sem. Now it turns into a freeway battle now. Wouter's left. A lot of DNFs here actually. Contact there, Sem and Jasper. Yeah, that was the exact same thing as what happened to Reaper as well. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Jasper to be a bit earlier on the brakes and then try and keep it side by side. Sem nearly taking out Langer's wing. It's difficult. I can't really see if Lange has got that. I don't think he will have. But we did change the wing damage to higher now, so we could have done. Gargamelin right behind Sem. Really good exit. Wow. We do have to remember that Sem has wing damage, so I'm trying to see if Sem's damage, but it's not going to show it. Knack with a fastest lap. Yeah, lost side plate. He's actually really quick for having that much damage. FCST's in the pits. He's going to be changing onto, what tyre selection is he going on to? Going into the pits at the moment. Going on to another set of mediums, so he's going to run them to the end of the race. Sem taking liberty in his own track limits there, so yeah, that was a bit sketchy, but it's alright. We don't judge a driver. James with fastest lap on the softs. He's got a lot of pace, but he's got soft over a bit with contact. Now, Forza and the mess are still getting pretty close. Everyone's spread out a little bit now, so this is the pit stop time. Gonna ride on board with James, fastest first sector. Yeah, he's just pushing for a bit of fastest laps, a bit of fun. Lots of rubber into that corner, so the braking is very, very easy, because there's been a lot of lockups going into there. Not as much rubber there, and it's also very downhill, also turning it into the corner, so he's not had the best corner there, but he's not going to be too frustrated with that. A little bit of a lockup, no smoke, but the tyres did squeal a bit, so I'm not going to be getting the best lap time out of that. He's still quickest, or quicker. Gargamelin's overtaken Lang here. That was quite a nice move, I can already tell. See the rest of James's lap. He's still ahead on his delta. Fastest lap incoming. No, not quite. Slow last corner. I think he hit the inside curb, is my guess. I'm gonna watch Lange and Gargamelin here to see what happens. Really good exit for Gargamelin. He isn't a lot of overtake, but wow, did he go far. Just pulling away. Gargamelin doesn't use traction control. I don't think he uses traction control. No, he doesn't. coming around to the end of the race soon. Then it's going to be a pit from Knack. No one's overtaken him yet because how far ahead he is. Domestos hasn't pit here. Knack with a really slow pit stop actually. That was not the quickest time, not the time that he would have liked. But no matter what, he's on the softs now. He's going to be setting a few fastest laps. If he doesn't get caught up in traffic, Jasper's going to just about get past Knack at the end. Knack's going to be trying to get in front of Jasper, but Jasper's just about ahead. Knack's cold tyres aren't going to do him any justice. DRS open on Jasper. Going to try and get past as soon as possible. Jasper squeezes him out on the outside. It's a very nice move there by Knack. I give that overtake of the day. That was some nice racing earlier as well, with Knack and James and FCST earlier. Not the crash, but the bit before. That was some nice racing. So Knack is going to be pushing some soft tyres till the end of the race. Bit of a risky one, but FCST going on to the mediums, I'm not sure if that's the best strategy ever, because softs can quite easily last 7 laps, but mediums will be really quick at the end of the race compared to the softs. On the last lap, if just FCST can catch up a bit, then he'll be fine. Knack's gonna just try and coast home, maybe get a fastest lap. I would not be surprised if I saw that from him, especially with an exit like that. That is filthy. Oh. Then again, he might struggle to get faster than James, because James had a lot of clean air, and a lot of overtake. At the inside of Grant, not going to be getting the fastest lap here, but I'm not going to be able to get the overtake there either. Now, best open overtake on. Getting past. It always scares me when they do that, when they go back to the left. James is going into the pits again. He's going to be going for the fastest lap yet again. He could easily score points here if he just didn't pit, but what he does is up to him. Can't make him do stuff. I'm expecting to see Domestos pit this lap. Although, actually, no, Domestos is going to run to the end, actually. I do realise now that Domestos will run to the end, so he might be able to win this race through strategy. I think the safety car going on to the hards in the first safety car was a really good idea, because now he's didn't have to pit in the second one, and he's in a really good place. Knack's going to have to be careful behind Sem, not to light his tyres up, his rear tyres up, and not have a bit of contact here, because this isn't Sem's race, but Sem will want to try and ruin Knack's race a little bit, if I dare say it. He'll alter his strategy if possible. Yeah, turn off the overtake, Knack. Turn off the overtake. You're not getting anything out of that. It's not working. Alright, Knack overtakes there. Don't think Sem will be able to do anything because of that. Because the broken wing. Alright, we're running out to the end. Knack is gonna maybe get fastest lap here. It's even on an overtake lap, it's still gonna be trying to push for it. Domestos might be able to defend from Knack. I would like to see them 9, 11. I would like to see them both battle, him and Domestos, but I don't expect to see any battling between hard tyres and soft tyres. Maybe a bit of battling on the delta, but otherwise not really going to happen. Fastest sector 2 here is blazing here, very quick. Catching up to Lang now. FCST stuck behind a lot of drivers, stuck behind Jasper as well, so he's not going to be too happy at the moment. He's on P8. Fastest lap. Knack goes up the inside, still using overtake with 0%. He does it. Works for him. Gonna start showing some more off-boards, because the beauty of this track is very nice, especially with the Mercedes. It looks just really nice here in the sunlight in this game, or not the sunlight, the spotlights. Racing at midnight is a gift from the gods. James with a fastest lap. Jasper's car looks really nice as well on the off-board. Oh, the car. That's, oh. Car guy ASMR. Alright, next gonna be catching up to Gargamelin here now. I expect Gargamelin to actually defend here. Yeah, I think he will try and defend from Nak. Just because he wouldn't want to lose position too easily. Actually, they're very far away from each other. Nak is getting about 10th there, but that's all through that DRS zone. A lot under the braking though. About 2 tenths under braking. DRS open now, slipstream, very close up to the back of Gargamelin. Gonna be trying to get past him as quick as possible. Not gonna be able to get it here though. Maybe in these next few corners. I'm not sure if this will happen, but maybe going up the inside. Not quite gonna be able to go up the inside there. Swinging back a lot more power out of that corner. Gargamelin looks up now. Nak is going to be trying to get it through this next DRS zone, unless he's brave enough to side on the brakes. I don't think he will. I think he'll be going for the exit. Yep, 100% exit there. So now he's going to be opening overtake DRS. No overtake. Come on. The overtake is not being deployed, so he's saving for Domestos, I think. He knows that he'll get it really easily on this last straight, is my guess on why he's not pushing as much to overtake through that DRS zone. Otherwise, I reckon he would use it. Yeah, catching up. He's going to try and get side by side here. Up the inside, he's already dusted in there. Actually, that's very smart because he's overtaken him through the corner. Now he's got DRS to catch up to Domestos. So that's very, very smart. How many people are here? 4 people here. Always nice to see you guys tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I've certainly been enjoying it. A lot of battles, a few spins because of contacts, a few 2 crashes there. Oh, around the Jasper goes. FCST goes up the inside there. Back to Nak and Domestos. Domestos probably won't be able to defend from Nak here, but he might be able to try and re-overtake Nak. I also think Gargamelin will be a thorn in the bum. Yeah, he'll be a pain in the ass trying to catch up between those two. DRS open. Yet again, not using any overtake, so he's not gonna push. Let's use an overtake. He has a lot of overtake built up, so Domestos has been very cautionary with how much overtake he has. So it'll be nice to see if he can defend at all. Very close though. Nak's tyres haven't worn as much as I think Domestos would have liked. He's still very quick under braking through the corners on the exit. Quick everywhere, really. Now powering out. Domestos putting on the overtake. Domestos defending the inside, 100% defending the inside. Nak has to go around the outside here. He's side by side through there. Very deep for both of them. Nak almost spins. He catches the spin. He's in front of Domestos, but now Domestos will not have DRS. He doesn't have DRS, but he does have overtake. Not much overtake left though, which is unfortunate. I don't think he'll be able to catch up as much as he would like, but Nak did light up the rear tyres, so his might be high enough to lose him a lot of pace. I think Domestos will try and keep up for this DRS zone, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to make it through the rest of the lap. We will see. We will see. think Gargamelin would have been hoping for a lot more battling, but Nak has gotten past, and I think through for most likely the win. He's getting a lot of time on the exit, I see. Breaking through the corners, he's not too quick, but through the exit he is. I'm not saying, no, he's like same speed through the corners, but on under braking and under the exit, wow, makes up a lot of time. Domestos has lost DRS, but Gargamelin's caught up. So now Gargamelin and Domestos will be maybe battling. I think they're both pretty much the exact same ERS, so they can both deploy the same amount of overtake, pretty much, give or take. Both very similar tyres, so now it's DRS open. Domestos will be trying to defend. Gargamelin's going around the outside. Domestos is going to be going deep into the braking zone. Gargamelin's going to get it there, but I think Domestos is going to push on the exit. He getting most likely a warning there. Now he's got hold on to the back of Gargamelin for now, trying to get it. This is the last lap, so he'll have to get it in the next DRS zone or through a corner. He won't be able to get it through the straight on the last straight, so I think for now Naka's pretty much won. Now Gargamelin is going to be trying to defend from Domestos, trying to get a win. A really good day for the Red Bulls, not a great day for Ferrari, sadly, because I mean I couldn't race today, or well, I could race today, but I chose to commentate for today because I haven't done that in a while. DRS is open for Domestos, no overtake though, so he's holding back right until the end. Then he's going to push, he's going to build up as much overtake as he can. Gargamelin is lower on overtake now. Domestos would put down a little bit of overtake through this bit, braking down here. And now he's got 30%, so just overtake for the rest of the race. Just press the overtake down. Gargamelin's also got enough overtake to last the rest of the race. Now Domestos is going to try and get it through this last straight. I don't think he's going to be close enough to get it. A bit of DRS might help him, but not fully going to help the cause. Congratulations to Naka, race winner. Gargamelin comes P2, driving a really good stint, really good battles for everyone. Lange P4, FCSD P5, not what I would have hoped for. Jasper P6, really good there for what happened in the race. Yeah, I don't think FCST would have. I think FCST would have hoped for more there. Jasper has a lot of penalties to his name, which is unfortunate. Sam P7, Forza P9, Grant P10, James with not his best race ever, but not much he could have really done about it. Wow, what a race. Really good battling, a few spins through contact through a few corners. Everything happened there. Very clean start compared to what I expected. 2 safety cars and 1 virtual safety car. 5 DNFs, I think. Let me check, how many DNFs were there? It was either 5 or 6. Congratulations, Nak. What a race today. You've driven really well. Congratulations to everyone for for racing today. Thank you for joining us. As always, I'm fortunate that Gnome couldn't be here, but that happens. So I chose to fill in today. How many DNFs were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DNFs. 2 in the exact same place. Thank you as always for joining me today for today's race. It's been a pleasure commentating for you guys. Next time I'm just going to do a grid rundown from the end of the race now. So Nak starting on pole and winning the race. Gargamelin starting on P8 and coming P2. Domestos P3, Lange P4, FCSD P5. Not a great race for him as much as he would have liked. Cohen with an average race P6. Sem P7 making 2 positions up. Jasper making up quite a few positions actually compared to where he actually was. Forza making up quite a few positions as well. Grant making up a few positions in P10. James not having the best race ever in P11. Reaper DNFing. Wouter, Jack, Lolo and David all DNFing. Thank you for joining us as always. I will probably not be commentating next week, or won't be commentating on Thursday, because I think there's a race on Thursday. But I will see. But I'm hoping that Gnome can commentate again. Thank you for joining me for today. This was Tess. I'm going to be signing out now.